Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the background, and this is your screenwriter's rant on 4 trailers. I don't normally do 4, I normally do 3, but one movie made me so mad I had to include it. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash like and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy, horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 17. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. That other video is Jeremy over at the Quartering I was watching. Okay, so first there's Bait, then there's Magnetosphere, then the map that leads to you, and your host. All right. Oops, I did it again. First up is Bait. So it's about this family. They're going on vacation. And a guy puts down some barbed wire across the road. They run over it, crash their car for some reason, as opposed to just getting stuck in the barbed wire. When they wake up, they're in a basement, and one by one, they're going to be fed to some horrible creature that the man takes care of. And there's a lot of missing people he's fed to. There's the creature over the years. So it's a horror movie like that. It's basically it. And then they try to escape. Horrible things happen. Yeah, don't like it. Looks gross and dumb and stupid. Doesn't seem particularly clever or interesting. I mean, I guess you could eventually reveal why this guy is feeding the monster. Maybe it's his friend. Maybe he found it and raised it from a baby and he can't kill it. Maybe they're all crazy. I don't know. Who cares? Who wants to see this stuff? I just don't get it. But that's the movie. But this is not the movie that made me mad. So first act, they crash their car. Find out it was all a trap. They're in the basement. And they're trying to beat the monsters so they can escape one by one. Maybe they're killed or other people are killed. There he is. There he is. And they learn about the dude. He tells, pick one of you and I'll feed that person to the monster first. And the rest of you can live a little longer. Doesn't make any sense. You should, if you're ever in that situation, a guy's going to feed your family to the monsters. Just attack him. Just attack him right then. Beat him up, feed him to the monster, and leave. There you go, problem solved. But, we'll get 90 minutes of this, I guess. And then finally they kill the monster somehow. How? Here's the write-up. When the Herring family wake up in a basement after a car accident, the only thing scarier than not knowing how they got there is realizing they're not alone. That and maybe having to sit through this movie. I'm sorry, I'm a little salty tonight. I'm not sure why. Next up is Magnetosphere, starring Colin Mockery, if you remember him from Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's a comedy movie. It is extremely light. It is very much a kid's movie. I think it's aimed at kids with a particular condition. I forget what they called it in the movie, but the girl can see and hear colors differently than other people. And so she has a condition and she doesn't fit in. And Colin Mockery plays a weirdo handyman. And she could see auras, so she sees that he's a good guy. I don't know why he has a pink aura. But she has a crush on the older brother of her friend. And, yeah, the comedy is not landing for me. I'm not sure it would land for kids unless they were 5 or 6. But it seems a harmless enough movie. Colin Mockery is funny. He, adds some energy and life into it. So I wouldn't completely dismiss it if you were looking for something to, fun to watch with your kids. So first act, she's not fitting in. They just moved to a new town. Second act, they realize she can hear colors or, see colors in a different way. And they have to deal with a wacky handyman because someone installed a toilet in their kitchen. And then she eventually finds, develops a crush and then eventually realizes she can't, she can't date that guy. He's way older, and eventually has a falling out with her friend, but then they resolve it and become friends again. The end would be my guess. Here you go. 13-year-old Maggie navigates growing up, her first love, and moving to a new town, all while learning she has, oh, here it is, synesthesia? Synesthesia? A condition that makes her see sounds, hear colors, and more. So it's very strange. Yeah, seems harmless. Then there's The Map That Leads to You. This is a romance movie based on a book, because aren't they all? Group of young girls, go to Europe, I guess? Is this Europe? I'm not sure what part of Europe. She meets Jack. Jack is a world traveler. He's trying to retrace the steps of his grandfather who traveled the world. He doesn't have a place to live. And they fall in love, and then it's about, will they be together? There's some detail in it because it was based on a book, but not a whole heck of a lot in the trailer. So it's about whether or not she'll change her plans and go gallivanting around and travel. You're telling me there's a woman out there who doesn't like travel. You're telling me there's a woman out there, a young woman, who doesn't want to see the world with her hot boyfriend. Okay, sure, maybe that could happen. So, yeah, they have a whirlwind romance. First act, she's there with her girlfriends. Second act, she meets Jack, and they have a whirlwind romance. And then it's all, oh, does she get on the plane? Does she not? And then she goes home and realizes what a mistake she made, or Jack comes to get her, or whatever. And they end up together. The end. And finally, this movie. Your host. This movie is basically Saw. Only instead of I don't know, he kidnaps people who apparently did bad things and then makes them do Saw type stuff. But I don't think that he's really giving him a chance to escape. I think he's just making them kill each other in various ways. It looks absolutely awful. It looks like more torture porn, terrible, and the amazing part is, it looks like exactly what Saw is. This looks exactly like Saw. If you told me this was Saw, I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, okay, it's another Saw movie with a guy with a different voice. That would be here. She drills a guy through the ear. I mean, who wants to see this? This is awful. This is awful. This isn't horror. It's just torture porn. Written by Joey Miller? Dude, get some help. I mean, is this what you see when you close your eyes at night? Because I'd worry. I'd worry about that. Directed by D.W. Medoff. Man. Look, I don't mean to pick on you. Oh my God, it's Jackie Earle Haley as the killer? Damn it. That kind of changes the math. He is very good. But, geez, I don't even see him in this thing. Jackie Earle Haley is Rorschach. Highly underrated, but I think he deserves better than a Saw knockoff, quite frankly. No, I'm going to go with my initial instinct. This is on the bottom. Way on the bottom. Jackie Earle Haley cannot save it. All right. So that's on the bottom. I don't really like any of these movies, but Bait would be a close second to the bottom. After that, yeah, the romance movie. I don't really like romances. And again, this doesn't look like anything new. It just looks like 2 hours of your life you'll never get back. And I'll put number one, Magnetosphere, because at least Colin Mockery's in it, and might be a fun. It looks like some mildly funny bits with him. Might get me through it at least. But yeah, looking at the trailers, man, it's a dismal set of pickings out there. You know, this At least you could have punched it up, maybe. I mean, like, just because it's for kids doesn't mean you have to make it so soft there's no edge to it at all. Kick it up with some comedy. And just because you're making a romance doesn't mean it has to be the same damn thing every time. You know? And you got to change more than just the clothes and the setting and the relation, because it's the relationship. That's all. It's all about the relationship. This is a relationship movie. Ladies, I honestly can't tell you what you see in it. And for the people who like movies like Bait and Your Host, I think you really need to rethink your life. Because what do you get out of this? Seeing people brutally murdered. And that's about it. There doesn't seem to be anything interesting. At least if it's based on a like folk tale or something, then you at least get that. You get a little background that's interesting. Maybe you get a little history. I just don't see the appeal of literally physically torturing characters and seeing it. Like maybe if it's off camera, and it's more psychological, sure, but all this stuff just looks like so blatant. I would worry if my kids came home with a DVD with Bait or Your Host on it. I'd be like, why are you watching this movie? It's inappropriate. Inappropriate. Young imaginary Tony. Anyhow, why don't people go see movies anymore? Is this it? Is this what we have to choose from the indie movies? Now, these are mostly indie movies. And look, I understand you need to make a horror movie. It's the only thing that can sell overseas, but yeah, it's got to be something more. It's got to be something more you could do with a horror movie. Something more interesting. Some amount of interesting thing to insert in a movie. It's just exhausting sometimes. I almost just threw my hands in the air and just said, "Screw it! I'll do a video on, I don't know, just random things." I just can't. I don't know how much longer I could look at some of these trailers. I mean, it was tough to even find these trailers. Not a lot of good trailers out, but my God, man, as bad as Red Sonja and Fantastic Four and some of the big movies that are coming out, I don't know, to some extent they're trying a terrible message, they're pushing terrible ideas, but at least they seem to be something different. The indie guys, you have no excuse for not giving me something different. You really don't. That's all you have to offer. You don't have to. You don't have great special effects to offer me. You don't have amazing stuff to offer me. You don't have big stars. I mean, Colin Mockery, no offense. All you have to offer me are your ideas. And this just feels like content. Kick it up, indie guys. Kick it up. And that's it for me, Tony D. Little Jones somewhere behind me. It's a hot night here in South Jersey. Very humid. Thank the Lord for air conditioning. We'll see you tomorrow.